Like many other families living in Chicago, the Collins want their children to attend the best schools the city has to offer. The competition to secure a seat in a selective enrollment high school can be quite intense.
It's sort of like, the lottery ticket. It's sort of the Willy Wonka. If you get the golden ticket and somehow are able to get into one of these schools, it can put you on a path for success.
In 2016, the Collins went through the selective enrollment process with their first child, Luke, who was accepted to Walter Payton College Prep, one of the top schools in the state, but decided not to attend because of his interest in basketball.
We were lucky in that our oldest was a really good test taker and a really good student, so he had a lot of options potentially, depending on how his 7th grade grades were and depending on how his testing was.
This school year, the Collins' second oldest child, Gabi, went through the process where she underwent several weeks of test prep, but ultimately was not enough to secure her a seat at her top choice.
What could I have done to get into that high school? But I'm also glad the stress is over. And I'm just my brother goes to the same private school and I'm just excited for that.
Chicago Public Schools operates on a system based on socioeconomic status that is determined on where people live in the city. Some argue that their zip code ultimately determines their ability to get into these schools. However, the Collins think it's a fair system.
My children have had all sorts of benefits because of the socioeconomic status that we have. All sorts of educational opportunities, tutoring opportunities, resources. So I think it's fair.
Despite not securing a spot this year, the Collins will continue to go through the selective enrollment process for their 3rd and 4th child.
We're going to pursue it for our 3rd, I think, because she's interested and she's a good test taker. For our 4th, we have to see how he is and, what his passions are and how he does.
Reporting for Medill, this is Andres Correa.